In this video, I'll be outlining a situation that took place on September 30th. There was a flight from Paris to LA. They had some engine difficulty along the way. The details of this flight lend credibility to the idea that we live on a flat earth, but I'll let you be the judge of that. In addition, I have an exciting announcement that I'd like to share with you, and that'll take place at the end of the video. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get started. Okay, so concerning these two articles that we're going to be pulling from, these source articles, this is from Sky News. What we're going to use is the locations. I'll post the links to the articles in the description, but what we're going to focus on in these two articles that I'm pulling from is the source articles. Shout out to Dean and Pascal for shooting me the links to these. So in this article from Sky News, Air France A380 suffers serious engine damage after a tremendous bang. Okay, so here, let's just go down to this part where it says a passenger flight from Paris to California, let's remember that, was forced to make an emergency landing following serious damage to one of its four engines. Air France confirmed flight AF066 landed safely after being diverted to Goose Bay Airport in Canada. Okay, so let's remember this point. Goose Bay Airport in Canada. All right, now the second article is from CNN. Typically fake news, but this headline, I can deal with that. Air France engine parts that fell off mid-flight found in Greenland. And this was an update. See, that first article was from October 1st, and this is the update reported on October 5th. And this whole incident actually happened on September 30th, 2017. So let's just go down to right here is where it shows where we're going to be at on the map. So in a statement Thursday, the French Bureau of Inquiry and Analysis for Civil Aviation Safety, or BEA, said flight data was used to track the parts up to a remote area of Greenland the agency described as a wasteland covered with ice around 150 kilometers or 93 miles southeast of the city of Pamut in Greenland. Okay, a helicopter operated by Air Greenland flew over the area and spotted parts of the engine. Okay, so let's remember the city of Pamut, if that's even the correct pronunciation of that. Okay, and that's for Greenland. All right, so now let's pull up the map for that. Okay, so on this map, now it just shows, okay, this is Paris. This is where the origin was, where they first hopped on the plane and took off. And it shows where the engine fell here in Greenland, southeast of this small city, and then where they had to make the emergency landing. So what would have had to happen was the plane would have had to leave Paris, head north, fly over Greenland, and then over Canada, which doesn't really make any sense on this map, and then off to its final destination in Los Angeles. But if they were trying to save gas and be more fuel efficient, they probably should have just flew from there to over here. So, this is typically the point where someone would say, well, D, you've done the wrong thing because you use this flat map. Why don't you use a globe? Okay. All right, so here's what we got for that as far as how this would go on a globe if Air France were trying to be more cost effective. We have Paris located here. The final destination of LA is way back here. Okay, now if they're on a globe, yeah, it will make sense to fly from Paris and then fly over Canada and then go to LA. But what happened during that flight, the smoking gun, why it doesn't make sense is that parts of the engine were found on the southern tip of Greenland. So that would mean they would have had to fly from Paris, fly north over Greenland, that's where the engine blew up and where parts were found, and then they had to make that emergency landing here in Canada and then move on to the final destination of LA. If they were trying to save money on a globe, What should have happened was they should have just flew straight from Paris over Canada to LA. That would have made sense. But flying up here makes absolutely no sense. Now, let's show you how this whole situation works out on a flat Earth map. Alrighty. Now, we're going to use my Gleason standard map to show you how this would work on a flat Earth if they were trying to be more fuel efficient, cost effective with this whole flight situation. So we have our origin right here, Paris, France. Here we have the southern tip of Greenland where the engine parts were found. We have Goose Bay Airport right around this area where they had to make that emergency landing. Then we have our final destination of Los Angeles right over here. Now, let's go ahead and make a straight line from Paris to LA. Well, will you look at that? The line crosses right over Greenland where the parts of the engine were found. Almost as if they were being fuel efficient while flying over a flat Earth. Interesting, don't you think? So, what are your thoughts about that? Let me know in the comments section. In my opinion, what all that says is makes more sense on a flat Earth than on a globe. If they were trying to be more cost effective with the flight pattern, then yeah, the flat Earth model makes a whole lot more sense. But I'm not going to tell you what to think. I just challenge you to ask these questions to yourself. Continue doing your research until you come to a conclusion for yourself. In my opinion, it makes more sense on a flat Earth. But also, I'd like to reiterate that we flat earthers, we're not getting paid to lie to you. We don't have a reason to deceive you. Okay? What we're doing basically is just doing the best that we can from wherever we are to add our voice to the truth community to let the rest of the world know, who isn't aware just as yet, that we have been deceived on a lot of different things. One of the most important things, in my opinion, is the flat Earth. Because this is the very foundation. This is where we live. We're going to have to go through our entire existence on this plane. Regardless of color, political view, ethnicity, whatever. Whatever divides us, all of it takes place on this Earth. And we've been deceived about the very foundations of that. So this is what we do. This is what we choose to spread. So that's all I got for this one. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to click the bell in order to receive notification when I upload a new video. Be sure to link over myself or the crew over at the Future of Flat Earth or Flat Life on Facebook or at any of these other social media platforms. And as always, be good to each other, take care of yourself, and stay flat. I'll see you next time. Thank you. And about that announcement, I got a call last night from Mr. Robbie Davidson from Celebrate Truth, and he's also one of the organizers of the Flat Earth International Conference taking place in Raleigh, North Carolina this year on November 9th and 10th. I was invited to be one of the guest panelists towards the end of the conference to answer questions with a lot of the other members of the Flat Earth community, a lot of other YouTubers, and I'm excited, I'm honored to have the opportunity to do so. And if you're going to be at the conference, I'll definitely be there, and I'm looking forward to meeting everyone. If you can't make it, by all means, there's ways to stream online. You can just go to FEIC2017.com, I believe, and you can live stream the conference there if you can't make it. But even still, if you're going to be in town, it's going to be a good time, because there's going to be a lot of us out there just hanging out and just having a good time in different places. But that was the announcement. I'll be on the panel at the Flat Earth International Conference. I'm pretty excited about that. So as always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.